Hey guys, what is up? Gelmig here, and today I am looking at the Mcfarlane Toys Parallax figure. From their gold label line. To me, anything Green Lantern is exciting. So when Mcfarlane announced this figure, I knew I had to have it, and here it finally is. Is it any good? We shall see. Before we get into the figure, let's first take a look at his accessories. He does come with the usual Mcfarlane Toys character card, which is a nice print of the old school comic where Parallax first appeared, I want to say, but it is the most popular panel of of Parallax. You know, you have his bio at the back. I never read the bio, but I'm sure someone wants to out there, so it's there for you. He does come with two energy effects. You can see swirls at the bottom, lighting at the top. It does fit in specific hands, so this bigger one, I believe, it goes with the open hand right there. I can't speak today. Goes with the open hand right there. You can see it sort of. You can see it. You can sort of see it fitting more perfectly in that one, and that's not going anywhere. And then you have this one, same banana. Hole, just have to play fit the hand in the hole. There you go. It fits almost perfectly in the energy effects, and that isn't going anywhere. That's cool enough. I think it's a bit much. I don't see these energy effects. I do like, it's cool maybe if he's punching someone, but having to, it doesn't really appeal to me so much. Someone might make it work better than I can. Something like that is cool. But having to... I haven't gotten to a pose where I like both. It's too round, I guess. I don't know. There's also the power battery. We finally get a classic style power battery from Mcfarlane Toys. You can see it is clear. It is clear green, which is sort of a shame. I still think the DC Direct power batteries are still the best in the market, but it is just one piece and it's clear green. You can see the Green Lantern logo on top, right over there. Sort of see that. Nothing at the bottom. But yeah, it's cool that we finally get a lantern, at least. And now for the piece of the resistance. I know it's not it, but Parallax. All new molds. I got it off the bat. I believe is 90% new mold, except for the cape. Yes, the cape, I guess, is one piece with the shoulders, but this cape is the exact same design as the Action Comics 1000 Superman cape. You can see right here that their cape is exactly the same, which is not a big deal. I feel like they got the same digital render files and slapped it on. Except the similarities end around here, this area. This is where it sort of transitions into a more shoulder cape. See right there. I mean cape with shoulder pads, and this is so you can see everything from here below is more or less similar, which is not a bad reuse of the cape. I mean, it's not like Superman is the only superhero with a cape. But onto the figure itself, it looks amazing. I really like the look of this figure. Bring the camera up a bit, you can see that chuck-loaded details on this figure. There's a weird thing where the front of his face is much whiter than the sides of his face, and that goes onto both sides. So in general, it's a cool looking figure. Maybe not a perfect looking figure. A lot of people are harking on the head. Yeah, the hair doesn't look exactly like it should in the comic, especially compared to this comic. And the lines are not exactly the same. But I feel like, and hopefully Mcfarlane proves me right here. I'd be so happy if they painted this and remolded the head into Sinestro. Sinestro with the Parallax outfit on. It looks perfect for Sinestro. You know, you have the lines up here where it should be yellow. Everything up here should be yellow. You have the whole deal, and I understand that it is similar to this, but you can see it's not exactly the same. The chest area here is not the exact same. It likens more to comic Sinestro, which I should be putting up an image here. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if McFarlane never comes out with a Sinestro if people buy this figure, assuming it's available, and repaints it into sort of a Yellow Lantern version. That would be so cool. But as it is, it still looks really good. You have this part, which is rubber. Everything here is one piece to the shoulder pads and then to the cape. They're all rubber. You have again, take another look at the head sculpt. You have the white hair at the back only, which, you know, is okay. The face sculpt looks pretty cool. The sculpt itself looks cool. The mask is sculpted on there. Eyes are painted white, so no side eye action. So that's really nice. The arms are ridged. You can see where it breaks. It actually lines up very well. Not so much at the back. It's almost there. Not noticeable unless you're really looking at it intently. You have a weird choice with the hands. You know, they made the hands translucent, I guess, to simulate the power running through the hands. And I guess if you backlight it, you can make it look like this is glowing. So that's okay. I mean, not the worst thing in the world. I would prefer solid hands, but it looks cool. I don't mind it as it is. The trunks again have the ridges. So this legs, very Yellow Lantern, very Fear, very Parallax. And the legs. The Parallax, Hal Jordan, the white things are a bit more to the side. And again, this is more of a Yellow Lantern, Sinestro Parallax thing to have the white thing here in the center. So hopefully, again, McFarlane Toys, come out with Sinestro. You know, you have so many Green Lanterns already. And more lanterns. You have a Red Lantern. I'm a sucker for it. More details on the legs. I like how, because of the dots, the pins don't look too out of place. So actually I don't know if that's intentional, but that's a very nice touch. You know, you got details even to the calves. Details on the shin. And back to ball joints for the feet. Or for the ankles, should I say. And the feet, not that much details, but it is good enough. So, the look of this figure is imposing. It's very nice. It's very Parallax. He could be scarier. I feel like the face paint could have done a little bit better. Could have been done a little bit better, but otherwise, he looks really cool. Now again, it is an action figure, so how does he move? Well, his head is the standard McFarlane ball joint, double ball joint, barbell joint. You can make it do whatever you want it to do. Very nice. His shoulder pads only hinder it forward and back. That's the nature of the shoulder pad, but otherwise it'll do whatever you want it to do. You have the butterfly joint in there, which breaks up the silver bit, but not so bad. The silver, by the way, is painted very, very cleanly all throughout, even on the hands. You can see right there, painted very cleanly. Maybe not so much on this one particular spot, but you know, worse things have happened. The bicep rotates. It gets stuck. It gets not stuck. It gets blocked by the back muscles in the back of the biceps. You get the double jointed elbow, which really works so well. Happy with that. You have McFarlane's ball jointed hands, or wrists, should I say. So you can make it do what you want it to do. The waist, the ab does crunch in I feel like this is a lot for McFarlane, but it's really not that much. It does crunch back a lot more so. So with both of these joints, you get very far back crunching for McFarlane toys. And actually decent forward crunch as well. You get the hula hoop action. So that's nice. Kicks up. The rubber diaper does not hinder the kick forward. Little bit, it does hinder a little bit back, but not so much. Outwards can do the splits almost. No rotation on the waist. You only get that much rotation. So not very much rotation at the hips, sorry. Which I think it should have, I mean, because of the sculpt, it's not going to break it or anything. But, knees are very, very tight. Very, very tight, but they do kick up and you get the standard McFarlane foot ankle joint, which if you know McFarlane, you're familiar with already. Toe joints as well, nice and tight. So articulation is pretty standard for McFarlane figure. It's more or less what you'd expect by now if you collect McFarlane toys, and if you're new to the brand, well, that's the kind of articulation that you expect. How does he fare with other lanterns? Well, here he is with the most recent Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner. You can see he's a bit more green than Kyle. Kyle is I don't like this lime green still, but this green is okay. We can compare their two lanterns. More classic, more Kyle. But the color that they use for the effects are very similar. So there you can interswitch again, bringing in John Stewart right here. You can see the greens are different. And this time I'm okay with it because Parallax is the embodiment of the Yellow Lanterns. Going into Hal Jordan, sort of a mix of yellow and green. So I'm okay with the green being a little bit different from this one. I still wish we got this kind of green, this sort of emerald green, because I think that's the best look for the lanterns, in my opinion. Just so you can see, this sword came with Kyle Rayner. It fits so well with Parallax. Now, unfortunately, if you wanted to do old Green Lantern effects, very different. So you can't mix and match that much. Bring in my custom Hal Jordan, just so you can see how they stand beside each other. The head of Parallax seems very small now compared to this head, but they do stand more or less the same height. Parallax a little bit taller than Hal Jordan. And if you want to fit him in with your Marvel Legends, he is going to be very, very tall. But as is the case of guys with different scale, I actually found my ruler. Some of my videos don't have measurements because I don't have a ruler. I will put them. Hopefully I have put the measurements on the screen. But he stands at about 18 inches to the top of his hair, 18 centimeters to the top of his hair, 18.3 centimeters to the top of his hair maybe, which is around 7.3 inches. So that is so cool. What are my final thoughts on Parallax? He's a cool figure. I do have issues with him standing once in a while, but for the most part, he does stand well. He looks imposing. He looks menacing. He looks really, really cool, and he represents Parallax very well. Looking at the skull of the figure, I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with Sinestro. And if they do, I will very much be purchasing that figure as well, because I can see them doing that, and even if they use the same molds, the look will be very, very different, and I'm excited for them to eventually release that as well. If you're a Green Lantern fan, if you're a fan of the character, if you're a fan of Parallax, do pick this up. You won't be disappointed. And yeah, that is my look at the Parallax from Mcfarlane Toys. I give it 2 thumbs up. Enjoying this figure so far. If you like this video, hit that like button and let me know down in the comments below if you've picked up this figure. If you haven't, are you going to pick this up? And if you have, what is your favorite thing about this figure? And do you like it, and do you dislike it? Let me know all of that down in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos coming your way. Hit the notification bell too if you would like to. I won't be sad if you don't. Did I say won't? I will be sad if you don't. Heh, conflicting things. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. And thank you for joining me today. What is he doing? He's supposed to have his sword. I am having... There you go. Thank you for joining me today.